So, do you remember which chapter were we reading? 12th chapter last. Thank you, bro. Himanshu is joining or not? Okay, okay. Check. So, are you पवन प्रभु? आप नेक्ट्रो डिवोशन पढ़ रहे हैं अलग से? अच्छा, आपको याद रहा ना इसलिए मुझे लगा। और okay, let us start by invoking the blessings of the acharyas. ओम ज्ञानतिमिनन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांतो राधा कांतो नमस्ते तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So we are reading from 12th chapter of Nectar Devotion, further aspects of transcendental service. So we discussed about hearing the revealed scriptures, residing in Mathura, rendering service to devotees. So there are 64 things which are very important in performing pure devotional service. Out of those, five are most prominent: Bhagavad Shravan, Mathura Vas, no, this is Bhagavad Shravan, this is Mathura Vas, and then Vaishnav Seva, according to one's position. कार्तिक व्रत जो हम रखते हैं वो, फिर ऑब्जर्विंग फेस्टिवल सेलिब्रेटिंग द लॉर्ड्स एक्टिविटीज। तो एक्चुअली मेरी कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस भी फेस्टिवल से ही स्टार्ट हुई थी, है ना। तो फेस्टिवल्स आर अ ग्रेट अपॉर्चुनिटी टू टोटली डेडिकेट वन डे फॉर कृष्णा। serving the deity with great devotion, recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam among devotees, association with advanced devotees. तो ये बहुत ज़रूरी है अगर हम मध्यमा आदि। तो 3 चीज़ें बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट होती हैं डिवोशनल सर्विस में। एक तो जूनियर डिवोटी, एक पीयर डिवोटी, एक सीनियर डिवोटी। तो सीनियर डिवोटी ऐसी कांग्रीगेशन में हमें रहना चाहिए जहाँ पे तीनों अवेलेबल हो। The association of the advanced devotee means practicing on Kanishta level, then Madhyamadhikari also can be an advanced devotee. And Uttamadhikari is always advanced, so we can hear from him, we give him, serve him nicely, help in his services. So I, hmm, then living in Mathura, chanting the holy name of the Lord, living in Mathura, read from this, associating with advanced devotees. The importance of discussing Srimad Bhagavatam in the society of pure devotees was explained by Shaunaka Muni during the meeting at Naimisharanya. In the presence of Sud Goswami. Sud Goswami confirmed that if someone is fortunate enough to associate with a pure devotee of the Lord, even for a moment, that particular moment is so valuable that even those pious activities that can promote one to the heavenly planets or give liberation from material miseries cannot compare to it. साधु संग सर्वशास्त्र लव मात्र साधु संग सर्व सिद्धि है. In other words, those who are attached to Srimad Bhagavatam do not care for any kind of benefit derived from elevation to the higher planetary kingdoms or for the liberation which is conceived of by the impersonalists. As such, the association of pure devotees is so transcendently valuable that no kind of material happiness can compare to it. Yeah. So when Indra goes to heavenly planets, he is like an unsatisfied Brahmana. But a real Brahmana is one who is satisfied wherever he goes, whether he goes to heavenly planet or he goes to Satyaloka, Brahmaloka, Vaikuntha he is satisfied wherever he is. Okay? And that satisfaction can come only if you are attached to sadhus and Srimad Bhagavatam. The same attachment which we have for material things like eating ice cream and all. If the same attachment we slowly and slowly we cultivate that attachment towards sadhu, towards the instructions of the sadhu, towards the association which we have already got of the sadhus, then slowly those material attachments can be spiritualized. There is a verse in Bhagavatam on this. Sadhushu Tatskrito, something. As such, the association of pure devotees is so transcendently valuable that no kind of material happiness can compare to it. Yeah. So the real spiritual happiness can be experienced in the association of pure devotees. In the Hari Bhakti Shuddhodaya, there is a conversation between Prahlad Maharaj and his father Hiranyakashipu, in which Hiranyakashipu addresses Prahlad in this way. My dear son, association is very important. It acts just like a crystal stone, which will reflect anything which is put before it. Ah. So when association comes before you, devotee association, then you can figure out what are the what are the faults, what are the anarthas, shortcomings in your heart. Everything you can see crystal clear. Rajavidya Rajguhyam Pavitram Midam Uttamam Pratyakshavagam Dharmyam Susukham Kartumabhyayam. So we can see our heart just like we can see a mirror. Only thing required is spiritual energy. Raj Vidya. If we read Bhagavad Gita, then we can understand what is going on in our heart. If we take association of devotees, then also we can understand our disqualifications. So that's why it's very amazing process actually. Krishna, how to things as they are, that can only be taught if we have sufficient amount of spiritual energy, if we have good association. So here Prabhupada is saying that association can bring that spiritual energy. Then that association will act like a crystal stone. which will give the real reflection. Similarly, if we associate with the flower like devotees of the Lord, and if our hearts are crystal clear, then certainly the same action will be there. Another example given in this connection is that if a man is potent and if a woman is not diseased, then by their conjugation there will be conception. Hmm. So that is the so if there is a bona fide guru and there is a bona fide disciple, then automatically their consummation will be very nice. The disciple will also be purified, and the spiritual master will also be satisfied because his knowledge is distributed to his disciple. So similarly, in begetting children, if the man is potent and woman is humble, woman is able to receive that seed from man, then both the consummation is successful. In the same way, if the recipient of spiritual knowledge and the deliverer of spiritual knowledge are sincere and bona fide, there will be good results. So that's why if you do something like Gurukula, like we need Guru Matas also. So Guru Mata's main job is to prepare the children. Just like Lord Balram, he has a hala, he has a plow which plows the field. What are the advantages of plowing the field? Do you know? Go on, Raghu. Oh, not there. Why do we plow the field before sowing the seed? Why do we plow the field before sowing the seed, before doing agriculture? Plow the field. हल चलाते हैं. Yes. Hmm. Water. Ah, yes. So basically, the air and water both can go inside the soil. है ना? Soil will become more aerated, and now you will put the seeds, right? So you cannot put the seed on barren land. The land has to be plowed, and it has to be some manure has to be put, some cow dung has to be put, so that we make it fertile. So similarly, you cannot give bhakti to everyone. You have to receive bhakti, you have to make your heart soft. You have to plow your heart. So that's what the Lord Balram is doing. Is my voice audible, or is it not audible so much? Acha, acha, no problem. So Lord Balram comes before Krishna because he prepares the heart, just like he prepared the womb of Devaki, and he cleaned the entire womb so that Krishna can come with his um, yeah, with his associates and perform the pastimes. So similarly, by hearing, by chanting, by association with devotees, we prepare our hearts, we clean our hearts, right? And that by that cleaning, Krishna can come more closer in our hearts. So this function in Gurukula is done by the Guru Mata. So Guru Mata, they prepare the kids, they feed the kids, right, and they take care of their emotional needs. Morning, when the Guru starts speaking, they can hear attentively. So this is the role of husband and wife also. If they understand how to cultivate their child in spiritual life, then the mother takes full care of the son or the daughter, and then father comes and gives sanskaras. Yesterday we were discussing this, that who gives sanskaras? Is it the husband and wife, or is it the brahmacharis in the temple, or is it the priest, or is it the friends? But actually, the main business of giving sanskaras is of the father and all the senior devotees from which the child will take guidance. So yeah, so basically this begetting of children is, it starts with sanskara, it starts with garbhadana sanskar. We declare to all the devotees that we are planning to beget a devotee child, so we want to prepare for it so that Krishna will give us a good soul. So that is also a sanskara where we invite devotees to our house, we feed them, they bless us. Like in Vedic times, it was not a private affair. It was a, like obviously, like you should tell only those whom you trust. So that's why this it starts with sanskara. And then if father is qualified, if to whatever extent he can give, he will give him sanskara. So in namkaran also he will speak the name, you know. And if he is not qualified, then we will invite brahmanas who will tell us how to give sanskaras to the children. So like this, sanskaras are very important. Sanskaras make a permanent impression, permanent positive impression for future life. So that's why Brahmana means all the sanskaras are done. So that's why Prabhupada used to say that in Kali Yuga everybody is a Shudra because nobody has done any sanskaras. Garbhodana sanskar, Samantayana, Shurakaran, Namkaran, Upanayan, and then Vivah Yagya, all those 10 sanskaras, 16 sanskaras are there actually, ending with the Dha sanskara. So all these sanskaras are done, then the soul goes in the right place, and he remains Brahmanical. So that's why these are important principles for elevation of consciousness. And this by this we are not basically cut off from our roots. We always remain grounded. We always remain grounded in our values, in our culture, you know. And then we feel more happy, more satisfied because we are grounded. We are feeling connected with our brahmanas, with our Kula Guru. So Guru is also of multiple types. One Guru is Diksha Guru, one Guru is Shiksha Guru. Then there is Kula Guru. Kula Guru is one who is a Guru of family, who guides the family, who basically gives opportunities uh, for doing sanskaras to basically he guides the family chemistry, and he conducts these sanskaras. So yeah, like anybody who gives you Krishna consciousness, he actually he's the real father. That's what Prabhupada says actually in the in his lectures. And that's why the person who takes who is twice born, who is at twice born, does anybody know who is at twice born? What does twice born mean? हाँ, अगर दीक्षा हो जाती है तो दोबारा जन्म ले लिया, ऐसा बोला जाता है ना. तो a person who is born twice, that is the second birth of that particular soul when he gets initiated by a bona fide spiritual master. So twice born ब्राह्मणा बोलते हैं इसलिए, है ना. तो मटेरियल बर्थ जो हुई है वो पेरेंट्स के थ्रू हुई है. तो काफी देर तक पेरेंट्स ही गुरु रहते हैं, लेकिन मतलब until the time comes that the soul gets connected to a bona fide spiritual master, then Krishna sees दीक्षा काले शिक्षा कले, दीक्षा काले शिक्षा करे आत्मसमर्पण, सही काले शिक्षा करे आत्मसम. Right. So at the time of Diksha, Krishna considers the disciple as equal as himself, that disciple, because disciple is surrendering unto the bona fide spiritual master. So that's why the material birth is given by the parents, and then the spiritual birth is given by the spiritual master. So both are equally important actually. What parents have done, spiritual master cannot do. What spiritual master does, parents cannot. So basically, both are important, and this is how one advances, and that's why this Upanayana sanskar is there, and Vidyarambha is also there when the education starts. Upanayan is when uh, basically you are ready to be initiated by the Guru after 12 years. So till 12 years, Guru does not give Diksha generally, uh, apart from some outstanding cases. Yeah. In the name of the Lord, thy The importance of Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram is very strongly stressed in the second canto, first chapter, verse 11 of Srimad Bhagavatam in the following way. Sukdev Goswami tells Maharaj Parikshit, my dear king, if one is spontaneously attached to the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it is to be understood that he has attained the highest perfectional stage. And that the karmis who are aspiring after the fruitive results of their activities. So that's why we see like there are many senior devotees in ISKCON who chant 64 rounds every day. Although Kali Yuga is advancing so fast, they are still they have taste or not, they chant 64 rounds. And if you take their association, you are able to chant 32 rounds, 48 rounds. So that is like which Krishna plays in our heart. It becomes very easy. And if you can attain that state, then Prabhupada is saying that is the highest perfectional stage. What Haridas Thakur used to do, 192 rounds. He was also instructed by his father, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, to chant 192 rounds daily. He went to Mayapur and he used to take on one bite of food every day, one jhatka. So after that, he started preaching really, and he constructed 64 temples, not at all attached to the material opulence. And actually, Bhakti Siddhanta, he deliberately became a librarian under a king to avoid marriage. So, like these souls are not ordinary souls. He had photographic memory. Just one time, he used to turn the pages of a book and he used to remember the entire book. So, yeah, very Nastiki Brahmachari, very qualified soul. It is specifically mentioned that the karmis who are aspiring after the fruitive results of their activities, the salvationists who are aspiring to become one with the Supreme Person, and the yogis who are aspiring after mystic perfections can achieve the results of all perfectional stages simply by chanting the Mahamantra. Sukdev uses the word Nirnitam, which means it has already been decided. He was a liberated soul and therefore could not accept anything that was not conclusive. So Sukhdev Goswami especially stresses that it has already been concluded that one has come to the stage of chanting Hare Krishna mantra with determination and steadiness must be considered to have already passed the trials of fruitive activities and mystic yoga. Yeah. Ye Shvandagatam Papam Jananam Punyakarmanam Te Dvandamohanirmukta Bhajante Mam Drinavrata. So if you are able to do bhajan with Drinavrata, then it means you are totally freed from all the sinful reactions. You have passed the trials of fruitive activities, mental speculation. The same thing is confirmed in the Adi Puran by Krishna. Addressing Arjuna, he says, anyone who is engaged in chanting by my transcendental name must be considered to be always associating with me. And I may tell you frankly that for such a devotee, I become easily purchased. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. श्रीकर प्रभु आप पढ़ेंगे नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ. Yeah. So I think we discussed this verse. Nama Chintamani Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddha Nityamukta Abhinitvam Nama Nama. So holy name of Krishna is non-different from Krishna, and this can be realized only by a person who has fully purified his senses. Yes, Prabhu, you can read next paragraph. Shrika Prabhu? Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. पवन पवन प्रभु आप पढ़ेंगे फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ इसका. Hare Krishna. I think both of you have resided for one day in Mathura. That's why you are. Anna, for more than one day you were there in the camp, and that's why you are able to stuck. Uh, you are stuck with the holy name, stuck with me and Prabhupada. So even for a few seconds, if you live in Mathura and you experience the potency of Dham, that can carry you for the entire life. Because a devotee who has tasted the beauty of the lotus feet of Krishna even once, he can never forget that beauty. So that is a beautiful thing. So the next chapter is five potent forms of devotional service. This is very important chapter. It is a summary version of the previous chapter. Rup Goswami has stated that five kinds of devotional activities, namely residing in Mathura, worshipping the deity of the Lord, reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, serving a devotee, and chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, are so potent that a small attachment to any of these five items can arouse devotional ecstasy even in a neophyte. So anything if you do continuously, it can give you Krishna Prema. Regarding worship of the form of the Lord or deity, Rup Goswami has written the following verse. My dear friend, if you still have any desire to enjoy the company of your friends within this material world, then don't look upon the form of Krishna, who is standing on the bank of Keshi Ghat, a bathing place in Vrindavan. He is known as Govinda, and his eyes are very enchanting. He is playing upon his flute, and on his head there is a peacock feather, and his whole body is illuminated by the moonlight in the sky. Yeah. So this Keshi Ghat Krishna, if you look at once, then you are gone, basically. Okay. Because if you look at this Krishna once also, you will become attached to him. You will never be able to forget him. And if you are not able to forget him, then Krishna will extract all your material attachments. So you'll be materially zero if you see this Krishna. Actually, Prabhupada in his purports in Bhagavatam, he writes ki, when Krishna favors somebody, then first of all he does is he takes all his material possessions. For example, Prabhupada, he wanted to expand his business. He was a chemist. He was owning a chemist store, and he was trying to expand his business. And immediately his shop got caught fire. His wife sold Bhagavad Gita for a tea. So all these indications, his god brothers affirmed him that you should take sannyas. You should leave your family life and take sannyas. And after that sannyas, he prepared himself for 10 years in Vamshi Gopal temple in Vrindavan. He stayed for a long time. In Delhi also, he was writing in Chepewada temple. He was trying to distribute back to Godhead magazines. So after 10 years of preparation, he went to US and he was able to establish 108 temples throughout the world. Yeah, so nobody knows what's in plan for us. For example, Kadam Kanan Swami Maharaj, he was a householder. He had a wife, very beautiful wife he had, but he was never attached to her. He became a president of Vrindavan Temple, and slowly they were exchanging mails, and his wife also accepted he is engaging fully. And finally, he got shot in Vrindavan by some gundas. Shot means one bullet pierced his hand, and after that he took sannyas. So sometimes Krishna arranges these situations so that we can totally surrender into him. So yeah, so we always should see the hand of the Lord behind everything, whatever is happening in our life, because Krishna is preparing us for the next life. Krishna is preparing our services like that. We should see. Then it will be nice. And if you can dovetail yourself in that plan of Krishna, then that is your success. You will feel satisfied, connected to Krishna, and you will feel happy, even if there is some dearth of material resources, material opponent. But spiritually, you will be happy. Thus, it is the duty of every householder to install deities of the Lord at home and to begin the process of worshipping along with all of his family members. This will save everyone from such unwanted activities as going to clubs, cinemas, and dancing parties, and smoking, drinking, etc. All such nonsense will be forgotten if one stresses the worship of the deities at home. Rup Goswami further writes, my dear foolish friend, I think that you have already heard some of the auspicious Srimad Bhagavatam, which decries seeking the results of fruitive activities, economic development, and liberation. I think that now it is certain that gradually the verses of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam describing the pastimes of the Lord will enter your ears and go into your heart. Hmm. In the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that unless one has the ability to throw out just like garbage the fruitive results of ritualistic ceremonies, economic development, and becoming one with the Supreme or salvation, one cannot understand Srimad Bhagavatam. The Bhagavatam deals exclusively with devotional service. Only one who studies Srimad Bhagavatam in the spirit of renunciation can understand the pastimes of the Lord that are described in the 10th canto. In other words, one should not try to understand the topics of the 10th canto, such as the Ras Leela love dance. unless he has spontaneous attraction for Srimad Bhagavatam. So in Bhagavatam also, Prabhupada says that we should read Bhagavatam sequentially, first canto, second canto, third canto. If you read like this till ninth canto, then there is a chance that you will understand the Ras Leela. Otherwise, you will not understand. You will mental struggle. So we have to hear from a bona fide spiritual master. One must be situated in pure devotional service before he can relish Srimad Bhagavatam as it is. Yeah. Okay, any questions regarding Bhagavat? First topic is, Acha, topic has not begun. Okay, next paragraph. Hina Mataji, you want to read? Shrika Prabhu? Hmm. So that's why this is what I was emphasizing with Gandhinagar devotees also, that you should cultivate this taste of taking darshan of the deities, right? And taking prasadam, participating in kirtan, harinam, serving the devotees, and doing some small service. So if we automatically our material things will go away, will reduce. Rup Goswami has similarly described the transcendental nature of relishing topics that concern Krishna. A devotee once said, "It is very astonishing that since I have seen this personality of Godhead, who is washed by the tears of my eyes, there is shivering of my body, and he has made me a failure in executing my material duties. Since seeing him, I cannot remain silently at home. I wish to go out to him always." The purport of this statement is that as soon as one is fortunate enough to contact a pure devotee, one must be anxious immediately to hear about Krishna, to learn about Krishna, or in other words, to become fully Krishna conscious. Yeah. Similarly, there is a statement about hearing and chanting the Mahamantra. So, Tatra Lolyam Ekamulam. One must be anxious as soon as we contact a pure devotee. It is said that saints have been able to hear the vibrating strings of the veena in the hands of Narada. So sadhus can hear. Today, Prabhu was telling, Bali Mardana Prabhu was here, Prabhupada's disciple, that one time devotees were uh, regretting that nobody came for the program. There was a Sankirtan program organized by the devotees so that Prabhupada can preach to them. So very few people came, three, four people came, they sat in the first line. So they were regretting to Prabhupada, they were repenting, "Oh Prabhupada, we are sorry that nobody came." Prabhupada said, "Didn't you see? There was Lord Shiva also, Narada also, Lord Brahma also. I was very happy. They are all there. Uh, they were hearing my voice. I was taking their darshan. So it was so blissful that Krishna consciousness wise. So wherever you do Kirtan, Chetan Mahaprabhu is there personally. All these things are there. So now this same sound vibration has entered my ears, and I am always feeling the presence of the Supreme Personality. Gradually, I am become bereft of all attachment for material enjoyment. Andrew. या ये मार्क कर लीजिए प्रभु, यहीं तक पढ़ा है, फिर बाकी कल अगली बार पढ़ेंगे। ठीक है, तो ये वृंदावन की ग्लोरीज के बारे में बता रहे हैं। एक बुक है मथुरा महात्मा करके, आई थिंक वो 50 पेजेस की बुक होती है। उसमें आप वृंदावन की सारी ग्लोरीज के बारे में पढ़ सकते हैं कि एक दिन रहने से क्या क्या हो सकता है। जस्ट बाय सीइंग द रिवर्स, द लेक्स एंड द काउज ऑफ मथुरा, we can become pure devotees. So, very beautiful book is there, I think by विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर, I think. ठीक है, थैंक यू वेरी मच प्रभु, हरे कृष्ण।